Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
And we got some special co-hosts this morning.
Man, some Ghetto Legends in the building.
Got Karlous Miller, of course.
Come on, man.
And Navv Greene, welcome.
Navv Greene. 85 South Show is here. Dropping the clues bomb for the 85 South Show, man.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, my brothers?
Man, y'all gonna wait till Smokey outside to invite us up here?
Y'all been on the calendar. We ain't know this was gonna happen.
Oh, man.
They trying to kill us.
Karlous walked in and seen your what is that? Palo Santos?
Palo Santo.
He thought it was weed. He said, what y'all smoking on? What the hell is this? I said, well, you don't want to smoke that one.
Nah, this is good weed. You just light it up. You don't even got to inhale it. You just throw it around the room.
That's how I know you getting money. You got a spiritual advisor.
That is true. I do have a spiritual advisor.
How y'all feeling this morning, though?
Oh,
Smoky.
Smoky?
Out.
Yeah, nah, New York is pretty crazy. The air quality's horrible. I
don't even know what that means. I never even heard about that.
You can't breathe. That's what it means.
Air quality horrible.
You can't breathe. My kids, all their activities were canceled. They're not allowed to go outside for recess.
What?
Their games were canceled. Yeah. They don't want the kids outside.
They finna get that teacher hell.
Yeah, in the classroom, right?
Man,
Yeah.
what?
But
Kick them out the classroom.
the teacher should be used to it, though, because of COVID, right?
Yeah, it's
Don't
a
you
little
think?
different now, but now you're used to at least getting a little break. Like you said, letting the kids outside for recess for 30, 40 minutes, let me eat my lunch. Now they can't go outside and they stuck in this classroom the whole time.
When y'all got here last night?
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all got here in the midst of it all.
In the midst of it.
What y'all think when y'all landed?
You know, I did a lot of cursing. I did a lot of cursing. I was disappointed. It's just really messing up my New York experience this time because I didn't get to go to the hood. And, you know, we be out on the block
Yeah.
just watching traffic and, you know, doing things people in New York do. Now we got to.
Keep your ass inside.
Exactly.
I couldn't tell the difference at first though.
Why?
It always smoky when you first land in New York.
Nah, not New York.
Not that
Cali is smoky. Even like Milwaukee feels hazy sometimes. Detroit feels hazy sometimes. LA definitely feels hazy. That experience in New York was just like Jesus.
It was dark at 2 o'clock.
It
yesterday.
was. Yes,
like
it was.
I walked outside the building and I started like calling my family. Like, is this the last time we gonna speak? Type stuff.
Jesus.
Nah,
That's how I
I don't
felt.
never think it's over with when it's like something going on in New York. This is
Yeah.
the most resilient city. This might 2-3 days it'll blow over.
It's the most resilient city, but it's also the city that in every movie this is where the apocalypse starts.
That's true.
Every single one.
That's true. All right. Well, DeVon Franklin will be joining us this morning.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to kick it with him. He has a new movie, Flamin Hot.
It's not what y'all think.
That's not what y'all
Carlos,
think.
man.
See?
It's about Cheetos.
It's
That
about
sounds like a
Cheetos.
good ass Tubi movie though.
It's about the gentleman
It's
that
about Cheetos,
actually
hot
created
Cheetos.
the Hot Cheetos, Flamin'
That's
Hot
right.
Cheetos. He
That's
was
right.
a Mexican worker.
That sounds about right.
He was a janitor.
That's black
And
or
they-
brown activity. I knew it was one of us.
And they wanted to advertise it to our community, to his community. So they gave him a shot and a position to do it, and he pretty much saved that division of the company. So we're gonna talk to him about that a little
About
bit later.
that, and you know, DeVon just had a divorce with Megan
I don't
Good.
think he want to talk about that.
Well,
This is the Breakfast Club, sir.
We gonna ask. Ain't got to come up here and tell the business.
no,
bro.
you don't. You don't.
No,
You
you
don't.
don't.
We
Tell us
gotta
about
ask.
divorce. Man, that movie good as hell. Wait till you see that movie.
All right, Karlous Miller, Navv Greene is here, and when we come back, we got Teslin Franklin. I said
Teslin
Franklin.
Figaro,
I don't know
man.
why I said
God
Franklin.
damn, you done
'Cause
married
DeVon
DeVon?
Franklin, yeah, her and DeVon got married. Teslin Figaro will be joining us for Front Page News. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some Front Page News. Now, we got our guest co-host Karlous Miller and Navv Greene joining us.
Yes, sir.
And Teslin Figaro's on the line. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ NV 85 South in the building. Karlous and Navv and Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Ted.
Let's start off with
good morning.
sports. Now, the Nuggets beat the Heat last night 109-94. They lead the series 2-1.
And I can't even say nothing about it because I feel like the Nuggets gonna win that series. But
Yes.
Miami might come back and win the next game. Who knows? Like, you can't sleep on Miami. They're very resilient.
Now, what else we got? Where we starting? Now, we want to start about this air quality in New York City?
Yeah, you guys already touched on it a little bit, but let's go ahead and give the family some stats. The National Weather Service has issued an air quality alert for New York City and parts of the tri-state area. The air quality index was as high as 484. Now, the max on the scale is 500, so anything above 300. Why are you laughing at the...
No, because Navv jumped just now. He was like, I don't know what that means, but that don't sound good.
I ain't think
No,
you
it's
go
high
past
as hell.
100.
Yeah.
I said
Right.
484 with
The
that.
air quality got a bad credit score.
They got a bad, do have have a bad credit score. Anything above 300 on the government's air quality index is considered hazardous. So let's listen to the report by WABC TV, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Coverage of this air quality alert. Experts urging people to wear masks outside. New York City public schools already closed today for a staff development day, but the smoke is forcing some districts across the area to call off classes. Some schools just saying it's not safe for the kids to be in class today.
Yeah, we have team coverage of the dangerous conditions. Anthony Karlous is live in New Jersey with more on the school closures. But first, Derek Waller is live outside the Javits Center, where officials are handing out masks as well.
And I don't even know what it means, right? Because they say hazardous. It just says health warnings of emergency conditions. The entire population is more likely to be affected. What does that even mean?
Yeah, and I thought that was interesting to say the staff still had to come in for a staff development day. Hopefully they'll allow those teachers to stay home. But just so people know where the smoke is actually coming from, it's coming from Canada's wildfires. They've been moving in the United States since the last month. So this has been happening over the last month. You may not have noticed it, but the most recent fires near Quebec, though that's what you're really seeing now. And those are about 500 to 600 miles away from Rhode Island, and they've been burning for about several days.
Has anybody shown us the pictures of the wildfire in Canada?
I haven't seen that many videos of the wildfires. I've seen the one picture or the one video where it seems like they're dropping fire on the fire that went viral. But other than that, I don't even see any videos of the wildfire.
That's because it's Canada and everybody just took their word for it.
Yeah.
Like Canada don't have no problems with nobody and they wouldn't intentionally do nothing. But if this smoke was coming from Mexico, it'd be a whole
That's right.
another problem.
Build a wall around Canada, damn it.
But I tell you why this scares me, because if you think about it, like let's say if we are in an attack, we can see how crazy something that's 600-700 miles away can get to us just like that. So just imagine if this was some type of air attack, a nuclear attack, or some type of attack that can actually affect us and kill us. It's not that hard to get to us. Like, that's weird. That don't scare nobody.
No, because you're looking at it in a negative light.
Man, what's the
Well, you can't look at it in no light,
Let us
literally.
be optimistic, Karlous. What's the
I'm
optimism
just
here?
saying, I mean, you talking about 500, 600, 700 miles away, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means if a fire can bring the smoke that, from that far away, that means that we can smoke between countries.
Oh, yeah. We can return fire that fast.
No, I'm just saying, like, as a country, we could smoke with another country if
Man, shut up. So you saying we catching a contact from Canada right now?
Secondhand contact.
I was trying to figure out where was he going.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. We got a contact from Canada. What are the health officials? What advice are the health officials providing, Ted?
Yeah, they are urging people to stay inside. I thought you guys would probably be Zooming today, but they are saying limit outdoor activities. They said it is definitely unhealthy what is happening now, but they're saying that it should clear up, I guess Thursday and going into the weekend. Now, the emergency manager, commissioner said that he's going to leave the advisory in place, but again, it's going to be a multi-day thing. And the briefing yesterday, obviously, the governor said they're passing out masks, as you just heard on the report. And people, they're calling it sensitive groups. They really need to be paying attention to this, which is children, older adults, people with lung disease, asthma, and heart conditions need to be extra cautious.
I am an older adult.
I got to be everybody to say African Americans on that list. I just knew African Americans had made that list of people who was vulnerable.
We did. Heart disease. That's us. That's right. Navv coughing now. Navv can't talk without coughing.
Hey, man, I was walking holding my nose. I ain't know how I was going to leave.
So have y'all been wearing your masks? I know you did yesterday.
I got mine right here, man.
Yes.
I'm just going to live my life, man. I'm over it.
That mask can't protect everything.
It can't. You already, the air quality already messed up.
That's right.
Just breathe less.
All right. Well, that is front page
Lord
news.
have mercy.
Tesla, we'll see you in a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. And Karlous Miller and Navv Greene are here. Now, question. Today is Kanye's birthday. Do we celebrate Kanye or we don't even mention it?
Yeah, we got to.
We do.
He made Jesus walk.
So we celebrate.
And Hey Mama.
So we celebrate Kanye.
Yeah.
All right. Happy birthday, Kanye.
Happy birthday, Kanye West. See, that's what's wrong with us as a black community. We got to stop throwing our people away. It already ain't a lot of us.
Kanye threw himself away.
We don't have to agree with Kanye.
That's right.
He's still, one of us, though. He had a Rockefeller chain.
He did. I wish him healing. And, anytime you have a birthday, it's a great thing.
Right.
He's healed.
I don't know if I celebrate it, but,
We love Kanye. We don't like Yeezy.
Yeah, we don't like Yeezy.
Yeah,
we love Kanye.
We
West.
love Kanye.
Yeah.
Not Yeezy.
I actually think I like Yeezy more because I wear the slides.
Nah.
Yo, shut up, man.
I do. I
He
wear
just
the
said
slides.
all this
I wear
stuff.
the
We can't
slides and the
celebrate
sneakers.
somebody, but I wear
I
the
don't know if I
slides.
like Kanye. I think I like Yeezys.
You know
I don't
what?
like Kanye.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's good? It's Johan from Detroit.
What up, Doe?
What up, though?
Get it off your chest, brother.
So no, I was talking to a few people in New York, and I didn't know it was so severe, the whole air quality thing, until I just heard you guys say that you got to wear masks and all this stuff. And we're getting a little bit of it down here, but we're in no place near that level. Like nobody's wearing masks or shutting down schools.
Nah, it's pretty
And
bad.
I just wanted to know, like, is this real? Like, are people? Is people being like so negatively affected by this that they need medical attention and stuff?
I can feel it in my lungs.
It's
I
hard for
see people
people
on
to
the
breathe.
corner
Yep.
coughing crazy. Like it's bad out here.
Now to the point when we left the building yesterday at 2:00, it was dark.
It was dark.
Like it blocked the sun where it was damn near pitch black outside at 2:00 in the afternoon.
And it's scary, right? Because you got small kids. Like my youngest, like 18, 19 months, and she was coughing all night. And I'm like, is she wheezing? So you don't know if it's just a cold, or allergies, or what's going on.
I definitely changed
with
the
the air
filters
quality.
in my crib, all my filters, but I don't even know if that helped. I just was like, I'm going to Home Depot, get all the filters. I don't even know if that helped, but I definitely did that yesterday. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what up, Envy? It's Travis and them kind. What's good, bro?
What's up with you, bro?
Man, I'm gonna get straight into it, bro. Azalea Banks really hurt my heart with that comment she made to DC, bro. That joint really hurt my heart. Only because I got picked on my whole life, and you gotta grow up from that, bro. I don't understand what's her angle. I don't know what she's trying to do, but man, that man going through something. And she really tried to come at him like she really doing something, man. I don't understand that.
We don't get that negativity no attention.
Not at all.
Sensei, you want to say something? Carlos Miller?
Hey, man. Hurt people.
That's right.
That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna give that
That's right.
negative,
We don't get that
negativity
negativity
any
no
attention, brother.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, what up, Los? Man, hey, y'all hold that brother, man.
Most
you
definitely.
might not show. I don't know how y'all relationship is outside of Wildin' Out and the 85 South show. But man, hold that brother, man, because some of us sometimes we don't know how to, we don't really know how to grieve like that. Man, hold that brother down, man, because he's going through something unimaginable, and like, I've been thinking about it ever since I seen it, because from personal experience, I didn't see somebody lose somebody real close to them like that. And they don't necessarily know how to get it off their chest. They don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to express themselves.
Right.
And personally, Azalea Banks, shut your mouth forever, bro. Forever.
We don't get that negativity no
Yeah, not at
attention,
all.
and hold DC and his family in prayer, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Have you spoken to DC?
Appreciate
Los?
that. Yeah, DC, man. Shout out to DC, holding his head, really taking care of his business, standing in it, like standing tall through it all, man. I got so much respect and love for how he's handling it for his kids, and out the public eye, just taking the time that he needs to get
As he
his family right, and appreciate all the love and support, all the fans, and it's like it doesn't go unnoticed. That's really been. He said that's what's really been helping him, through the grieving process. Is just seeing the love, the outpour, and things of that nature. So just staying strong for the kids and the family, man.
That's right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is Ben again from Detroit. What up, though?
Ben, what's up, man?
Detroit got a straight plug.
They get right through.
313.
Yes. Hey, I just want to say, at my job, I came out of my comfort zone, and I made some friends that were not in my race. And it turned out great, man.
Are you white, sir?
I ain't gonna lie, man. One is from Senegal, and one is from Ecuador. And, man, they treat me better than some of my people in America.
That's beautiful, man. I'm glad that you found some new friends.
So you made some friends with us, some Africans and a Hispanic.
Yeah. One's from Senegal and one is from Ecuador. And at lunchtime, we bring up each other's food, it's just cool.
That's why it's good to have communication, man. Sometimes you just got to open up lines of communication with people in general. Like, if you're in the space with somebody, like if you're sitting around somebody, say hello, man. Just strike up a conversation.
Absolutely.
I love how he said he had to come out his comfort zone to do that.
That's right.
Hey, they probably feel the total opposite about him. They're like, man, he's so aggravating. Keep trying my food.
I can't get no on food, real buddy. He done ate up all my food.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, morning.
Hey, good morning. Get it off your chest.
Hi, my name is Alita. I'm calling from California in the Bay Area. So I wanted to start out my sixth graders. Last night was their promotion. They're headed to middle school, so good job to them. And also I wanted to say job well done to all the teachers out there that have finished already, that have a couple more weeks to go. Another year down, so enjoy the summer, take the time, and we're going to do it all again next year.
All right. Well, we appreciate your service. Thank you.
Shout out
Definitely
to all the
appreciate you.
teachers that got to teach summer school.
Damn. They got to make extra money.
Yeah, they get an extra check for that.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this Nick the trucker out of Plant City, Florida.
Nick the truck driver. What's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell OG Rob when he call in tomorrow. Shout out to OG Rob. But it seems like when OG Rob call in, he bring the sugar out of both of y'all.
What you mean the sugar,
What you mean
man?
the sugar?
What that mean?
He mean y'all start acting like little girls.
Y'all be feeling each other too much and start talking about butt stuff when OG Rob
Man,
call
ain't
in.
nobody ever talk about no butt
What are you
stuff. Y'all be
talking
making
about?
up stuff, man.
Nah, I
What
watch
is
the
butt
show. Y'all do.
Hey, check this out though. 3 things. I want to let everybody know 3 things they should ask their doctor after they have their baby. First things first, you got to make sure you ask if your baby is completely healthy. Make sure it's healthy and all good. The second thing is not really necessary, but you want to ask for a DNA test. and the third thing, you know how they say homosexual people is born like that, right?
Oh, boy.
You got to ask the doctor if the baby got any little sweet DNA in them, so you got a little heads up on this.
Hey,
the baby's going.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was wondering how you was gonna bring this back around. You start talking about butt stuff, then you start talking about babies. I was wondering how you was gonna bring it back around. You brought it back around.
Yeah, that's strange. I see why you be telling everybody to go to therapy.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up right now. Now, when we come back, we got your rumor report. We got to talk Travis Rudolph, all right? Now, if you don't know who that is, he's an ex-NFL player who was found not guilty in a murder case.
God bless that man.
We'll tell you exactly what happened when we come back, so don't move. It's a long story. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Nvv, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host Karlous Miller and Navv Greene joining us.
Yeah, what the business is.
And let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Travis Rudolph.
Rumor has it, rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right? Right.
On The Breakfast Club.
All right, now yesterday, former Giants wide receiver Travis Rudolph, he didn't play in for the Giants long, but he was found not guilty of murder.
Drop on the clues bonds of Travis Rudolph.
Most definitely. Shout out to T-Raw.
Now, allegedly, on the night of the deadly shooting, Rudolph had just gotten into a fight with his, he said it's not his girlfriend, but his girlfriend.
Sneaky link.
At his home in West
attacked.
Palm Beach. And they said after they believed that she called a group of men to, I guess to finish the problem because they got into a physical altercation. And it got nasty. I think we have a news report that explains it more.
A lot of emotion spilling over today at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. The state saying they don't agree with the jury's verdict. The defense team and Rudolph's family saying they couldn't be happier.
Your life is in 12 jurors' hands. That's a scary feeling. So definitely was nervous, and we definitely pray a lot. We have unwavering faith. So
Travis Rudolph cleared on the first-degree murder and 3 first-degree attempted murder charges against him. The case stems back to a deadly shooting in April 2021 after an argument with Rudolph's alleged girlfriend. Rudolph says more than anything, he looks forward to his life getting back to normal.
and I finally got my freedom back. I can get back to my life, man.
Thank you, God. Thank you for just making this day happen.
How could they not agree with the verdict? That woman sent a text that told those men to go over there and shoot his up. They went over there with the intention to hurt that man, and he defended himself. I hate that a life was lost, but, you know, the man defended himself, so what's the problem?
Now, allegedly, she said, I'm going to have my brother and them come over there and F you up and kill you. He said later that night, 4 men showed up to his doorstep after midnight to confront him about a dispute. And that's when things got crazy.
And they got a ring camera that showed she was the one hitting on him. He wasn't hitting on her.
She was the aggressor.
Right.
For the millionth time, man, this is why I believe all women is one of the most dangerous statements ever created. If you just believe all women without due process, then women like Dominique Jones can get those kind of lies off. You should listen to all women, but believe all proof. And this woman, Dominique Jones, is clearly a liar.
And she had no remorse if you watch the court case.
That's
she
right.
just sitting there chilling like.
I saw
well, you know, the first red flag, if your girlfriend is already married.
Well, she was married?
Yeah, you should start rethinking it.
Wow. Well, we have actually audio of her in court.
And I didn't send my brothers to kill him.
You just sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
I didn't say shoot him.
You sent a text to go shoot up his shit, right?
Correct.
Tell the jury what the shit is.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm sure everyone in this courtroom has said something
right there.
when you're. I'm trying to speak. If you want me to answer your question, you have to let me answer your question.
If you were responsive to my question, I wouldn't have.
All right. Answer the question, please.
Okay. Can you repeat your question?
Question was, what does mean?
Anything but him.
She need to have charges pressed against him, man.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, man.
It gets to the point where it's like,
come on, man.
You do that. You put your brother's life in danger. You put your brother's friends in danger to shoot up some ish because y'all got mad over an argument, over a disagreement. That's wild.
How she talk back to us just now?
Because she heard y'all.
Well, this lady allegedly was married and went through his phone and saw that he was talking to other women, and that's what started all of that.
God damn, bonus.
Allegedly. This is all alleged.
It's
alleged, yeah.
On that note, though, not even talk about her. Isn't it crazy when a sneaky link don't want to? She want to be the only sneaky link.
Man,
you can't be the only sneaky link, right?
No.
Yeah.
Shout out to Travis getting his
freedom.
Freedom though.
Absolutely.
He didn't drop a first day out or something like that.
He was already on there listening.
Yeah, Little Dirt. Y'all didn't see him on live?
Now I saw him hit the what's that dance called? Them kids be doing the gritty. The gritty. I saw him do the gritty.
He said the girdle. Kids be doing the girdle.
I saw him hit the gritty.
Lying on the man. You saw him twerking?
Nah, man, that's terrible though.
I saw him celebrating in the girdle, man.
Sending them people over that man house.
Come on, man.
It should have never even been no charges.
Now, lastly, Tupac finally receives the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This is days before his 52nd birthday. He was surrounded by his sister. I seen Tretch there and a lot of his old crew and his old peoples, and his sister actually spoke during the ceremony.
As the proud sister of Tupac Amaru Shakur, it fills my heart with honor to stand here today representing the Shakur family. From the first time he stepped foot on this stage of the Apollo Theater at 13 years old, before anyone recognized his name, he knew he had the dream to have a star here on the Walk of Fame. Today we're not just honoring a star on the ground, but we're honoring the work and the passion that he has put into making his dreams come true. His heavenly star will shine a little brighter today. And once again, he has made us all extremely proud. We love you, Tupac.
Now, the Walk of Fame said it decided in 2013 that Shakur would receive a star, but the organization allowed his family and the state to select.
They late.
They said they chose June 7th, 9 days before his birthday on June 16th.
I have no idea. I'm happy for him, but does it matter? Tupac been an icon. That star don't validate Tupac in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. Teslin Figueroa will be joining us, and we'll talk to her about what's going on. And DeVon Franklin will be joining us next hour. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Where's the best place to listen? It's Audible, the home of storytelling. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and exclusive originals on wellness, motivation, and music. You name it, you can find it on Audible. Sign up for 30 days free at audible.com/breakfast club. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Navv, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Of course, we got our guest co-host Karlous Miller and Navv Greene. And let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Navv and 85 South in the building. Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Tez.
Karlous and Navv.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. The Nuggets won last night, 109-94. They beat the Heat. They lead the series 2-1. And let's jump into it. The debt ceiling deal gives a deadline on student loan repayment. Why don't they just take care of all student loans? Let all the kids just go to college for free.
Yeah, well, that's what the progressives have been asking for and will continue to ask for repeatedly, but they're being ignored, unfortunately. But for more than 3 years, tens of millions of federal student loan debt holders haven't had to think about paying for those student loans. But that is ending very soon. So you guys remember that the debt ceiling deal negotiated between President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy that they just negotiated, about a week or so ago. One of the things that came out of that is now millions of former students will have to repay their loans again in August. Now, as a side note, partial loan forgiveness, speaking to your point, DJ Envy, is currently waiting for the ruling in the Supreme Court. So we should know something on that by June 30th. But depending on how that goes, you basically need to prepare to pay those student loans again starting on August 29th. So bottom line is the payments are starting to be, they're going to come back. It came from the COVID relief, a lot of COVID relief funds, and people need to start preparing to pay that payment again. I've been paying mine all along because I knew it wasn't going to last, but start preparing.
I don't think everybody should pay them. I think like if they've been waiting this long and they've been stalling them out, we just got to collectively not pay them all together so they'll just keep rolling it over.
That might work.
Yeah, that'll affect people's credit.
People ain't got it, they ain't got it.
But people ain't affect people's credit, though.
I mean, that's how we got it.
Yeah.
But the problem is that'll affect your credit, though, right? Even though you ain't paying your loan, but then when you try to buy something else, a house or a washer and dryer from Sears.
You can't buy a house anyway now.
Exactly. You don't have enough money to pay the student loan. You can't pay the mortgage.
Right.
They always say that about your credit. They always say you won't be able to buy something you can't afford anyway.
Nobody cares
right.
about credit.
If you're not using
He said
that
nobody
degree,
cares about
you
credit.
should be paying anyway.
We black, they won't give us no credit anyway. So
What you say that?
If you're not using your degree, you shouldn't have to pay it anyway.
Right? If you didn't graduate, you shouldn't have to pay.
I did 2 semesters. I knew I wasn't gonna pay.
Hey, that's a good point I ain't never thought about, yo.
What's that?
If you got a degree in something but you can't get a job, right? You really shouldn't have to pay. But if you got a degree and you get a job in that field, then you should probably have to pay it back.
And don't duck them
so that's
people
it.
when
So
they
I'll
call
be
you.
sure to pass that on over to the house.
Yeah, I don't think that works like that. I don't think that works like that.
Note, but just because I know we have a lot of those conversations about what do you use a degree for, and I just want to say when I owned a staffing firm, had 300 employees, a lot of times the degree is not, a lot of people don't get degrees in their field, but employers do look at a degree as more than just what you're specializing in, but more so where you're able to complete a large project. Where you're able to start something and go all the way, to the end, 120 hours or so. So degrees are not always necessarily your discipline, meaning what you specialize in, but also looked at, can you start and complete a project? So really college degrees now are looked at as high school diplomas to a lot of employers. But to your point, if you're not using it, why still have to pay, $50,000, $60,000 in student loan debt? But I did want to unpack quickly the Supreme Court ruling so people know the difference. June 30th, again, that is in the Supreme Court. That is where Joe Biden did ask to cancel $20,000 of student loans for about 44 million Americans. So that's held up in the Supreme Court right now. But what I'm talking about on the pause, the student debt pause came out of the COVID emergency relief fund. So 2 totally different things. With a conservative leaning court, I don't anticipate them forgiving those loans. So again, just prepare to start paying that loan again in August.
Well, God bless everybody about to get another bill. You know what I mean?
And I just want to tell people, if you're out there and you're about to get married and your spouse or your husband has a student loan, that automatically connects to you.
So what you saying? You trying to discourage marriage?
No, I'm just telling people that because a lot of people don't know. And then when you get married and you think you're getting your income tax back, and then you don't get your income tax back because the government takes it and puts it towards your student loan, that happens.
Now you gotta go stay back with your mama. Yeah. You married.
So I want to encourage people, get a deferment if you can. I'll break this down a little bit deeper on my podcast this week because there are a couple of things that I do want people to know that we don't have time to get into. But you can get deferments. You can get, say that you're not able to pay. There's ways that you can kind of extend that, and you can always go back to school as well and get another degree. So,
all right.
Man, go get a trade, man. Go learn how to do something with your hands. Become a mechanic, HVAC, electrician.
Welding,
you know what I'm saying?
electric,
yes, go learn a trade, man. That's going to translate into money fast.
As for the settlement, when they call him like, you got some money to do, you be like, look, how much is it to get rid of it today? And they'll be like, hold on. And they'll put you on hold and they'll come back and they'll be like, look,
we work it down. They break it down.
You owe us $14,000, but if you make a payment for $750 today, we'll just go and close. They
And speaking of money, I want to get this second story in because I've been pushing it off the last couple of days because we've had more important stories. But this is important because it's not a day that goes by that somebody doesn't call in talking about Cash App. I want to give you guys a notice from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They said that do not hold your money in PayPal, Cash App, Venmo for an extended period of time. They said that it could possibly be at risk during a crisis. And what we're looking at now in New York could possibly be a crisis. So the alert is coming
Navv won't stop coughing. You're right. This is a crisis.
Yeah, the alert is coming from the Silicon Valley Bank. When they just had, all of the issues with the bank, they're saying that money in your Cash App is not insured. So they have issued a warning saying basically don't leave it sitting there for a long period of time. Now, Cash App has responded saying, no, your money's all good with us. We don't know what they're talking about. So I'm just letting you know that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau saying.
What Cash App is saying.
Yeah, they saying you take your money out. So just guys, so that you know, Cash App is not a bank. According to, the Consumer Financial Protection, that money's not insured, so if something happens, you might lose your bread.
Hey, what that mean, keep money in Cash App? Because I'm always
some people use
Cash
something like a bank, everybody don't have, like accounts, so they'll just keep their money in Cash App and get money put in and pay everything from there.
Yeah.
Cash App is
Cash App, instead of you transfer it to your bank, it stays in your Cash App account.
And you can send it out when you
need to.
Yeah, at your leisure.
The problem with Cash App,
especially for those who are not interested in having, money tracked, dope dealers. But people everybody don't have their bank account.
You gotta be a wireless dope dealer to send money through Cash App.
If you're a dope dealer with a Cash App, you're going to prison.
Yeah, you're
telling
going to
you
jail
that right now.
Hey, what if they put the 4-3-5?
4-3-5.
When she said Cash App is not a bank, I heard somebody from Cash App saying that's cap.
That's cap. The major problem with Cash App, a lot of these things, there's no phone number for them. So if there's an issue or problem, you can't even get anybody on the phone. Remember that one time I sent somebody the wrong? I sent somebody else, I think like $7,000. I sent somebody.
I thought you meant to do that.
Cash App?
Yeah, you get Cash App
because they were in another city and they were doing work on a house that I had. So I sent them the money, but it was like one number off.
Boy, you rich.
That's real.
You wouldn't use PayPal?
No, it was Cash App, I think it was.
He had to.
At least PayPal got a little bit of tracking, but PayPal and Cash App are actually connected to the same organization, which I didn't know. So
wow. So there is no number. So if you're trying to get your money back or you sent money to the wrong person, it's hard to get it back. I got it back, but it took a long time, and I had to scream and shout and get on this radio. That was
$70. With $70, I double checked about 8 times. I was like, never mind, you requested from me.
Send the request.
Yeah, send the request. But it was so long ago. That was before the request. There was no request at that time. It was you just had to, and then somebody had stupid numbers. It was 8324 $692, and I had one number.
Somebody saw them 7,000 coming. Hey, we up.
Somebody requested 400 from me right now. Somebody named Lavoski is requesting 400 from me right now.
That me.
He ain't getting it.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, that is your front page news. Thank you, Tez.
Absolutely.
God be working, boy. Envy just sent me 7,000.
I knew listening to the Breakfast Club was going to pay off.
I just won the trivia.
I just won the trivia.
I got all this mixtape.
When we come back, DeVon Franklin will be joining us. He has a new movie, Flamin Hot. We're going to kick it with him, and we're going to get into his life a little bit. Stop laughing at Flamin Hot, man.
Just call it FH.
The Cheeto movie.
We're going to talk to him next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
You were kind of low key in a church way. Call me desperate. I felt
No, never that. Never that.
He said it in such a polished,
didn't say that.
way.
Didn't say that.
I was like,
those were not the words that came out of my mouth.
No, I felt the vibe though.
But then now let me ask you another question. Since we're talking about Claudia, she also she was dealing with somebody that was having a tough time and was kind of depressed. How long do you allow your partner or somebody to be in that mode before you say, okay, there's nothing more that I can do?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's like if somebody is going through something, only they can get through what they're going through. And so I think sometimes if we take the role of like, I've got to help my partner get through this, we may be putting ourselves in a position which we are not qualified to do. So versus like, hey, I'm going to be a support system. How can I support you through this? What is it that you need from me in order to navigate this period of depression or this anxiety or whatever it may be, and have enough grace and space for that person and what they're going through to allow them to go through it? Because what I've experienced is that when you try to heal somebody or you try to do their work for them, you put yourself in an impossible situation, because at the end of the day, that's their journey. That's what they have to experience in life for their own growth and their development. And sometimes as a partner, we unnecessarily make it feel like, well, if that's what they're going through, I got to go through it too. No, that's what they're going through, and I can be there to help them. But they need to set the terms by which what that helps looks like.
That's good. We're going to get to Flamin Hot, but I need to stay on that for a second, because there's so many people dealing with grief.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that we all think we can do when, something happens like death is we have to come to the person's rescue and help the person.
Right.
There's nothing you can do. So I think enough people don't know how to show up.
Right.
And just be support system. So how do they show up and just be support system?
In my experience, it's about grace and space. And so if I give my own self grace and space to feel, to experience, to live, and not judge myself for how I'm feeling in any moment, then I can give that to others. I think so often we're trying to be something to somebody because we don't know what we are to ourselves. So when you talk about that grief process, it's like, okay, we all go through things and navigate loss. And that's just part of life. And the best friendships, the best familyships, the best relationships don't require the person to arbitrarily have a timeline by which they pass through whatever they're going through. I mean, with these traumas that we've experienced in life are difficult. And for some of us, they take years to heal. So to me, the best way to do that is to first give yourself space and grace for your journey on life. And the second thing is to give that to whomever you're dealing with. Don't, push them or pressure them to have to move through something. If they need to cry, be there. Hey, I'm here. If they need to yell, hey, yell as loud as you want to yell. I'm with you. That to me is how you do it.
And I was going to ask, in the church, especially in the church, people feel like in all relationship, people should stay together regardless, right? Even if things aren't working, stay together. People always say, people are so fast to let things go. When do you know it's the right time to let things go?
Yeah, I think it depends on every situation. Every relationship is very different. I would encourage anyone to put themselves in a process. And what I mean by that is the first inkling that you get that, I want to let this go. Don't follow that inkling, right? Do what you can do. Therapy, life coaching, counseling, reading. Do what you can do to save it. And then you have to stay in touch with yourself and your spirit. How do you feel? And as you're going through this, is there the possibility for oneness with this person? And if there is, fantastic. And if there isn't, let your process determine the outcome. Because in my experience, sometimes when we get angry about something, we are impulsive. And you just start to say, well, this is not going to work. Well, hey, give it time. Put a process around it. And then over time, see what feeling persists. And then don't be afraid to face whatever reality that feeling reveals.
I was going to ask, because you talk about heal. Have you healed? Because I know your breakup was very public.
Sure.
Have you got a chance to heal? And how are you doing mentally?
Mentally, I'm doing much better, But the process to that, like I can sit here before all of you and have this interview and be calm and introspective and all that. But that comes from a process, I mean, there are nights, I'm crying myself to sleep. There are moments when I've been angry, but I've allowed myself to feel whatever I felt in order to heal. Because in my experience, when I'm like not facing what I'm feeling, then I'm trying to find something else to help me get through the pain.
And who do you talk to? Because it has to be the toughest thing, because your spouse, your wife, or your husband is usually your best friend.
Yeah.
That you can go to for anything. So when that person's not there, it's like that has to be probably one of the hardest things ever, because it's like, do you still have that trust for all those people that you name? Because your spouse is usually somebody that you can tell your deepest secrets to. Whatever your insecurities are, they usually know. So that has to be difficult.
Well, I mean, listen, I would not wish divorce on anybody. It is one of the most difficult and painful things you can ever experience. So you're right, because then also it's like it's a weird thing. It's like you're used to being with somebody just on a friendship level every day. And then you're like, I don't even talk to this person. It is the strangest, most difficult thing to navigate. And the only thing I can offer is take it one moment at a time. Not even a day at a time, a moment.
Does it upset you when you see her out and about with Jonathan Majors?
Upset me? No. No, if she's happy, that's a blessing.
Wow, you've done a lot of work.
That's a grown man,
I need to be like that.
Because I think most people would be like, damn, I hope he doesn't get the next movie. I hope the next movie flops. Like, there's a little bit of hate.
But here's the thing. If that was the case, so if I had that perspective, whatever I'm putting out, that's what's coming back. So I'm not I don't have any ill will to anyone in that regard, because I don't have any ill will towards myself in that regard. So no, there's no hate. There's
got to be some emotion though. I don't know if hate is the right word or upset is the right word, but it has to be something you feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are feelings, and And I'll leave it at that.
True.
I know, because he cried himself to sleep some nights.
I didn't say I cried myself over that.
Why y'all doing this?
See, Envy and Claudia, y'all over here like, you know.
We're trying to get you off your block a little bit. Like, come on, tell us the real. Tell us how mad you were that one time. Tell us you cursed Jonathan made his career. Don't get that movie. Yes, another one got pulled from you.
No.
Jesus Christ,
don't hate over
Claudia.
here.
All right, we got more with DeVon Franklin when we come back, and we taped this yesterday, so Claudia Jordan was here. All right, so we'll talk to him some more when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Nvv, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with DeVon Franklin. Now, we taped this interview yesterday, so Claudia Jordan was here. Charlamagne?
Let's talk some Flamin Hot.
Flamin Hot!
Because I am very interested in this movie. Because what made you want to tell the story of Richard Montañez?
What's the name?
Montañez, right?
Montañez.
Yes. And he's the creator of the Flamin Hot.
Yeah, he's the driving force behind the success of it. So about 7 years ago, a friend of mine texted me and said, hey, I have your next movie. And I said, okay. I mean, I didn't really think much of it because pretty much everybody says that. And I said, well, fine. Since he reached out, I'll take the meeting. Mm-hmm. So the meeting was with Richard Montañez and his wife, Judy. Mm-hmm. And at the time, Richard was one of the top executives working for Frito-Lay and Pepsi. And I just said, tell me your story. And he told me how he started as a janitor, working for Frito-Lay. You know, he's the son of a Mexican immigrant. And this job was a great job for him, you know, because it was a chance for him to provide for his family. He said, but as he was doing the job, he knew that there was more for him and that the factory started losing jobs and he wanted to save jobs. And he said, this company does not appeal to my people, you know, Mexican American community in Southern California. He said, if there was a spicy product and I could market it to my community, it would save jobs at the factory. And so the CEO gave him a shot to take the Flamin Hot product and market it to his community. And his genius of doing that is ultimately what led to what we now know as Flamin Hot and the success of the brand. It's $1 billion brand. He went from being the janitor to becoming one of the top executives at the company. He's referred to as the godfather of Latino marketing. And at the end of the meeting, I just said, yes, I will make your movie. Now, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I was so inspired and motivated by his story. Here he was, a janitor, and becomes one of the top executives in corporate America. And that story was so inspirational to me. That's why I wanted to do it. You know, I mean, I'm in Hollywood. I produce movies specifically for the purpose of inspiration.
Being a film and TV producer, but also being DeVon Franklin, you know, the spiritual leader, do people feel like, you know, I'm not even going to bring this project to him because this may not be his speed?
Sure. You know, I mean, you know, listen, before becoming a producer, I was an executive for Columbia Pictures, which is a division of Sony Pictures, for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people would not bring me things if they weren't, if they thought, oh, well, you know, he's the black executive or he's the Christian executive and I'm not going to bring him something that isn't black or Christian. And so for me, I'm like, it's cool. You know what people bring me is what they bring me. But at the end of the day, I'm about creating my own. You know, even as an executive, I created my own films. I mean, films, you know, like Jump in the Broom and Heaven is for Real. I mean, those are movies that I champion and put together on my own. So even with Flamin Hot, I met Richard in a meeting and I told him I was going to do his movie. So, you know, I found a writer. I sold it to a studio. I developed the script. I hired Eva Longoria to direct it. I produced the film and now out marketing the film. So, you know, on some level, there are people that will make a judgment about who I am, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. My thing is I'm not going to rest on their judgment. I'm going to create my own opportunities.
So you're not against movies that come to that don't have anything to do with faith?
No, of course not. Not at all.
So if someone came to you for like a movie that's like totally off-brand, you're okay with that?
Well, you know, off-brand just depends on if I connect to it. Okay. So if I connect to it, it's not off-brand.
But you're not doing like The Human Centipede Part 4?
You know, I don't think so, but you never know. If there's something inspirational about it.
I saw Parts 1 through 3. It's terrible.
Okay, all right.
Now, what was your experience with Flamin Hot Cheetos before this movie? Did you like them?
I literally had no experience with them. I knew of them, but I never had one. No.
But how about now?
Well, I mean, now I've had too many that I want to share. I mean, but like once I heard his story and once we actually set up the pitch, sold the pitch to Searchlight, I was like, yo, I got to get these. I got to try them. And so as I tried them, I was like, oh, I get it now. They're pretty amazing.
Why Eva Longoria?
Man, because Eva, you know, this is the testament when you talk about faith. So I had the script and I was looking for a director. I sent the script out to 20 directors. 12 directors came in to me, the most directors I've ever had on any project I've done, even when I was an executive. And I did not know Eva. I got the call from her agent, and her agent said, hey, you know, I know you're looking for a director on Flamin Hot. I want you to meet Eva Longoria. And I was like, well, what part does she want to play? And she's like, no, she doesn't want to be in the movie. She wants to direct the movie. And I'm like, okay, well, has she directed a movie before? And then she was like, well, no, she hasn't directed a movie, but she directed television. I said, well, look, I'm not going to pass up a chance to meet Eva Longoria, so yeah, have her come in. So I didn't have any expectations. So Eva walks in, she's wearing her glasses, and she has a script in a binder. And almost every page of the script is dog-eared. And for about 2 hours, she starts telling me, how she would want to fix the movie and what she would want to do to elevate it to make it more authentic. I didn't even know at the time until then that she has a master's in Chicano studies. And her confidence and her clarity of what she wanted to do and her vision. When we finished the meeting, I said, the director just showed up. Oh. And then I called the studio and I said, look, I found our director. And they said, who? I said, Eva Longoria. They were like, well, has she directed a movie? I said, no. I said, but just because she hasn't directed a movie does not mean she's not the director. Because Eva didn't come in the room to meet with me asking for a job. She operated as if she had the job. And so I said, great, this is our director. And I said to the studio, I said, listen, I'm going to bring her in. I'll bring you some other options, but I'm telling you, she's the director. And Eva put together this brilliant, presentation about what she wanted to do with the film. And I took her into the studio and she blew them away. And they agreed. They said, she's the director. Wow. And everything that she said she wanted to do from that first meeting, that director presentation, is everything that she did. And I think so often, especially in Hollywood, opportunity is not distributed equally, and the movie covers that. And so the idea that we would hold against her, if I held it against her or the business held it against her, she hadn't directed a movie, we wouldn't have a great film. Versus saying, well, just because you haven't done it doesn't mean you can't do it. And let's put some process around you if you have the vision and the tenacity and the confidence to do it. So this movie shows, that not only is she a brilliant director, but all of us, when given the right opportunity, can do more with it than others think.
Plus, that's parallel with Richard's story, right?
Very much so. Exactly. Exactly.
That's amazing. How much does her being Eva Longoria help, though? Because if a director comes in there with that same energy, that same ambition, but she's not Eva Longoria, do you still look at her the same or him the same?
Absolutely. I always make the decision about who the director is based upon the process. This is something, I've basically learned how to make movies in part by working with Will Smith. And, he's been a mentor and a friend for years. And a lot of the movie making process and the story making process and just committing to the process, I learned from him, right? His thing is like, look, if you commit to the process will lead you to success. And so when it comes to a director, on all the films that I've made, I do that. And I don't say, oh, just because see, if I were to just say, oh, because it's Eva Longoria, then that's going to mean fill in the blank. Then I could do the story a disservice and the movie a disservice. So for me, I commit to the process. If another director showed up and that's who they were and the process revealed that was the director, that's the director. So for me, it just was an added value that she happened to be Eva Longoria in that, she's a global superstar and, a beauty icon, and all of those things were just added value, but they weren't the reason the decision was made.
Have you done your passion project yet? Or what is your passion project if you haven't?
This is, I would say all of the movies that I've done so far have been, passion projects, because there's so much passion required to not only sell a film, but to get a film made. Every film that gets made in Hollywood is a miracle. And if me as a producer, if I'm not passionate, it cannot happen. So, I would say the Flamin Hot is probably, so far, the greatest example of my passion, because I'm so passionate about using entertainment to uplift and inspire people, and having a movie like this allows for that to happen. But I don't know if I've made my quote unquote, signature passion film yet.
So when is the movie? When can people see this movie?
June 9th. June 9th. It's available.
BET Plus and Amazon Prime, right?
No. This is on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Disney Plus and Hulu. Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah,
you got a deal with BET Plus.
I have a couple projects with them. My next season 2 of Kingdom Business, which is a show I executive produce with Kirk Franklin and Dr. Holly Carter, will be on BET Plus end of this year. And then I'm actually acting in a film that will be on BET and I think BET Plus by the end of this year.
All right, we got more with DeVon Franklin when we come back, and we taped this yesterday, so Claudia Jordan was here. All right, so we'll talk to him some more when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Nvv, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with DeVon Franklin. Now, we taped this interview yesterday, so Claudia Jordan was here. Charlamagne?
Are you going to write about everything that you've been through, your divorce and everything else? Or is that a story you're still processing?
I would say I'm still processing it. I don't know that I would ever do a book on divorce. The next book I'm working on is called One of One, which is the truth about being single. And the idea, behind that book is that we're all single. Some may be in a couple, some may not be. But so often, if I don't know how to, a couple is made up of two good singles, and the couple is only as strong as the singles that make it up. And if I don't know how to be one with myself, how can I learn to be one with another?
Damn.
And so, so the book is about, there's nothing wrong with being single. You got to get rid of the stigma, because even when you're with someone, you're still single and you're still an individual.
Oh, you seem like such a good human. I have so much work to do in myself when I leave here. I have to get out and get my
We
life
all got
together.
work.
No, what he said is we don't talk about that enough, because it's always this pressure. Be a union. When you get married, you have to be one.
But here's the thing: if I have not been practicing being one with myself, if I have not been practicing being loving with myself, if I have not been practicing giving myself grace and space, it's very hard for me to be loving with another. It's very hard for me to give that person grace and space. It's very hard for me to let them be who they are if I don't give myself the freedom to be who I am.
Right.
So this idea of being one of one is to say, I am one of one. I am valued. I'm worthy. I need to get to know who I am and give the process of discovery the same process I would give in a relationship. Because in my experience, so often when people are traditionally single, they squander that period of time looking for somebody.
Right.
And they falsely believe if I'm in a relationship, my life will be better. If I'm in a relationship, I'll be happier. But if you are not happy without someone, I guarantee you won't be happy with someone.
Would you get married again?
Absolutely.
One thing I love about the new faith leaders, like yourself, Sarah Jake Roberts, Torrey Roberts.
Yeah.
Y'all don't act perfect.
No.
You know? And that's why I love the bishop too. I don't think the bishop comes off as
no, not at all.
It's perfect. Do you think that is something that hurt the church coming up, and why people probably strayed away from religion at one point? Because I feel like a lot of more people are coming back to the word and coming back to faith because y'all are not appearing perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been in the church my whole life. So, growing up in the church, I think that there was a premium put on not being vulnerable. There was a premium put on presentation. And I think that, on some level, even though it may have worked, and I say that in quotation marks, I think it did damage because, then we go through life performing and presenting instead of living. And so, I think, again, I'm Pastor Sarah and Pastor Torrey, my brother and my sister, and, known Bishop for, almost 20 years. So he's family. And I think that there is, desire to just be truthful and to be transparent and to be honest and to leave from that place. And this thing called life, none of us have it figured out.
That's right.
It's an experience. Even God, none of us have God figured out. God is beyond our comprehension.
That's right.
And so we do the very best that we can do. I do the best I can do to articulate concepts that are on some level. Like, it's how can you even articulate who God is and do that from a place of humility, right? Like, it's not, listen, what I've learned through this experience and what I've learned through, this divorce is like, listen, I'm not trying to get through life perfectly. I just want to get through life truthfully.
I appreciate that because I was one of the people definitely turned off by the seemingly the standard of perfection.
Sure.
And if you feel like you're a flawed individual, which we all are.
Yes.
But a lot of people present like they weren't, especially in the church.
Yeah.
How could you even feel like you could be amongst those people knowing the flaws you have, right? And then the people in the church are not admitting to anything. So we appreciate when you can say, I've been through this, I've done this wrong. We like it. We need more of that.
Thank you. No, and I think it's important and I think it's okay, right? I mean, flaws are what make the diamond valuable.
That's right.
And flaws are what make us valuable. Flaws are what make us one of one. And it's okay. Like, hey, I'm one of one and I have my challenges and that's all right. Like, and I don't know that if I hadn't gone through what I've gone through, that I would have the appreciation I have for me. Just to say, hey, you know what, DeVon, hey, you're on your journey. You're figuring it out. You're giving yourself the grace and space to heal and to process all you've been through. And along the way, I get a chance to share what I'm learning. And for those it benefits, great.
What do you think your biggest flaw is?
You know what? I think my biggest flaw is really, I tend to be very, very hard on myself.
I think we all are.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just that idea of like, I want to do everything right and I want to do everything perfect. And, going back to when I was a kid, like just this idea of, achieving my way and not feeling my way and then beating myself up if I didn't achieve at a certain level, or if I missed the mark or I didn't get a certain grade, and then bringing that into my career. And so that's one of the flaws that I work on, which is giving myself grace and space. Instead of talking to myself in a way that I would never allow others to talk to myself in a positive way.
Gotcha.
Hey, we good. You good. You good, man. Now, this is all crazy. That's how I talk to myself. You good, bro. You good, man. Come on, man. Ease up. Relax. It went the way it was supposed to go. You're right where you need to be. chill, man. You cool. Like, that's how I deal with my flaw. Because that flaw of criticism, you're not good enough. You're never gonna make it. You're not as good as this person. That voice in me has been one of the loudest voices. And I've just been learning in this season to rewrite that script for that voice so that it's more productive instead of destructive.
Why is it so hard for us to be good to ourselves sometimes? And sometimes we're better to other people than we are to ourselves.
But I think it's because we've been conditioned to not feel good by ourselves. Not when I say by ourselves, within ourselves. You got to go to the right school. You got to get the right job. You got to marry the right person. You got to live in the right neighborhood. You got to drive the right car. You got to go to the right church. You have to be a part of the right social group. And then when you do all of this, you will be happy. It's not true. It's not true. So I think a lot of times we don't find that happiness within ourselves. We don't look in the mirror and love who looks back at us. And as a result, we go on this search for things that never fulfill us versus saying, I'm going to love me. I'm going to like me. I'm going to be happy. Regardless if I got $1, $1 million, I'm going to be happy and I'm going to let that happiness come through because I don't think it takes a lot to be happy. If anything, things block our happiness. And I think the key is learning to love who we are so much and find peace in it that we let that happiness out. And we don't let any false idea block what is already natural to us, which is to be happy. Babies have no problem being happy. They come into the earth, they're happy, right? Like that's the natural disposition of a baby. That's what makes them so magical. It's as we get older, these things block us because we buy into these false ideas. Oh, I need all these things to be happy. And that's just not true. And then step back and experience life.
We need you to end with a prayer, brother.
Oh, I would love to. That would be amazing. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, dear Lord, right now for anyone listening to this prayer, dear Lord. We just thank you, dear Lord, for Claudia. We thank you for DJ Envy. We thank you for Charlamagne, first and foremost, that you are using their voices to uplift and inspire the culture, dear Lord. I pray right now for each of them as they navigate this show and all the things you're bringing to them. I pray that they would have the confidence of you and to know that you are with them every step of the way. And I pray you would guide them and keep them in ways that they can't even imagine. I pray right now also for anyone listening to this or watching this, that this is a divine appointment. You're not watching or listening by accident. You're watching and listening because there's a plan and a purpose for your life. I pray that you would have the courage and the confidence to pursue it. Even as you experience conflict, conflict is what makes your story great. I pray that you would know that you are great. I pray you look in the mirror and you love who looks back at you. I pray the next time you pick up the phone to take a selfie, that you would pause and acknowledge the love that looks back at you in your phone. If you're listening to this prayer, it's because you're blessed, you're ordained, and you're destined. In the name of Jesus, I pray, respecting all religions. Amen.
Amen. There you have it. Man, we appreciate you for joining us, bro.
Make sure you check out Flamin Hot on Disney Plus.
June 9th. That's
Disney
right.
Plus and Hulu.
That's
Disney
right.
Plus and Hulu.
Yeah.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Carlos Miller went outside and smoked a cigarette in the apocalypse.
Whoa.
He went outside and smoked.
Wait a minute.
Oh, was it a blunt?
This is what we're not gonna do. You're not about to get on this show and make people think I smoke cigarettes.
What was it, a blunt?
Don't be on here exposing nothing I did. I don't smoke no damn cigarettes. I tell you that.
You know, the air quality is so bad in New York right now. They say it's the equivalent of smoking six cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Six cigarettes.
Why
Six or
are we
six
still
packs?
here? Why? Y'all are the Breakfast Club. You don't have to be in one spot.
Because y'all was coming. We wanted to be in here with y'all.
Yeah. Well, y'all could have, man.
But let's get to the rumors. Of course, Navv, Greene, Karlous Miller are here.
I got some rumors. I heard you had beef in the streets.
For who?
Don't act like we don't have beef.
Rumor has it.
Talk about what you've been up to.
This
is the rumor report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
You got beef.
I talked about it on my room. So
No, you got beef in these streets.
Envy was in Atlanta recently.
You can't even do nothing nice for the community without catching backlash.
He was right by another car show in Atlanta.
Right. Then he got me involved because you know I was in Envy car show last year. They posting all the pictures like, oh, well, you know, ain't gonna be no comedians at this one. It's just gonna be all street dudes.
Damn. But you both.
But I'm saying they done labeled me. They done put me in Envy's crew.
Damn.
Now he owes me a Ferrari.
Now I owe him a Ferrari.
You owe me a Ferrari. You just told me they give you a
believe
Ferrari.
that. I believe you owe Los a Ferrari.
Well, anyway, let's get to the rumors. We have to talk Zion Williams. Now, Zion Williams and his girlfriend announced yesterday they are expecting a baby.
Who said that was his girlfriend? See how the rumors just start flying?
Now,
He said it, didn't he?
Your baby mama ain't your girlfriend.
Now, congratulations to him. Now, a young lady that he allegedly was dealing with, who's a porn star and OnlyFans
That is
star.
a grown woman. She's not young.
She spoke out about it. I left my glasses at home. Can you read the things that she said?
I will say it.
Hold on now. What happened now?
I don't even
Well,
wear
so
glasses.
like as I was saying, Zion Williams is him and his girlfriend are expecting a baby.
Okay.
But now a porn star that he allegedly was dealing with beforehand, she's upset about it, and she has some things to say.
All right,
How
I
do
will
you
read them
deal
to
with
you.
a porn star?
The porn star Miss
your penis in
Mariah
them?
Mills had a series of tweets with receipts and pictures and Snapchats and videos. She had a series of tweets. She said, "I warned you about trapping type H words.
Hoes, you say hoes.
I didn't know you could say that on the radio,
Horse.
and you didn't listen to me. I know the game is effed up. Congrats again. The bill was too high, so you had to scrap for crumbs when you couldn't see me or I was busy." And then she went on and said, "You putting my life in danger. Messing with all these hoes. Raw."
Raw.
man.
Okay.
She
Wow.
said,
right.
I let you raw me so many times
Whoa.
without the condom.
She
And
ain't
this
say
is
that.
what you do to me with a hood rat
Whoa.
that does CPN.
She really
If
said
you don't
that.
know what CPN, I would
What's
suggest you
CPN?
Google.
What's CPN? I don't
That's
know what that
pretty much all the other things that are in the porn world that are just like solo acts and custom.
Okay,
things
that's
like
a
that.
nurse, CPN.
No, that's a whole nother
That's CPR,
kind.
I
but
think you mean.
it's-
But read that even from the start.
Okay,
From
it says
that first one again.
I was
That
with you
one.
last week in New Orleans, and you couldn't tell me you had a random thought pregnant after all I've done for you.
Dang.
Now that's how you know you're tripping as a man. When a woman throw in that after all I've done for you, and you can't name nothing.
She must be older than him. She must be an older porn
She's
star.
very
Yeah.
much older than him. She said, "You better pray I'm not pregnant too, because I'm definitely late."
Oh man, he got
Dun, dun, dun. But then she got this Snapchat where she's saying, where he's allegedly DMing her saying, "So when you move, how much do you expect me to pay a month?" But I'm super excited.
She lying on my South Carolina brethren, man. I don't
And
believe
then he
none of
came
this.
back and
Let's
said,
move.
"Bet, I don't have a girlfriend, but if I moved you to New Orleans, would you be cool? If you was like my little yeah. That's what they call it in New Orleans.
Now, how do
I'm
we
just
know them
asking.
text for real?
Well, because I mean,
That could be
his
Chat
burner
GPT,
account,
AI.
his burner account on Snapchat is under his real name.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that. He got to check.
Get you a filter, boy.
Is there a check?
I don't know.
Ain't no verified
the
check?
South Carolina NBA guys been bringing a lot of heat.
Yeah, Snacks and Scraps been wilding, but I still love Ja and Zion.
Snacks
Snacks and Scraps. That's what I
Jesus
call it.
Christ.
Well, I mean, as black men, I feel like we should give young brothers some words of encouragement. This is his first rodeo, it seems. So,
you
yeah,
tell
I
him?
think he should.
First of all, how do we know she telling the truth though?
We don't.
It's right. That's what
We
I'm
don't.
saying.
But we don't know that she's not.
That is true too.
So what do you want to tell a young brother?
Hey, man, this ain't gonna be the first time that you're gonna have to deal with something like this. When you get a lot of money
Absolutely.
and you start dealing with women who looking for a come up, you gonna be the come up, especially if she's older than you, because she knows more than you.
I just don't believe anything I see on social media in that way. Because all of a sudden, I never even heard of that young woman before, but now we talking about it. Now we reading her tweets, and she could just be attaching herself to this story for that clout.
Yeah.
That's
All
all
right.
I'm saying.
That's a very optimistic outlook on this.
Zion, get
Charlamagne.
on the basketball court. That's when all this will stop.
That's probably why all this is going on.
Yeah.
'Cause he
Ain't
ain't
got
playing
nothing else to
playing
do.
enough games.
You're right.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but Karlous Fragrances was suing Jay-Z for $6.8 million plus interest. Well, it looks like they lost because Karlous Fragrances sent Jay-Z $7.2 million on Wednesday. That's what the company owed him after losing the lawsuit it filed back in January 2016. $7.2 million.
Jay-Z a boss.
Come on,
Bro, I don't
That's
even know
understatement.
why you would even try Jay-Z.
Yeah,
like
you try
that.
me and you lose money.
A jury ruled in favor of Jay more than a year ago, but Karlous had filed an appeal, which it lost last week. As a result, the company was on the hook for the court-ordered amount.
Everybody always talk about manifestation and mantras. Jay-Z put out a mantra decades ago, and it's true. I will not lose.
Yeah.
When did that man lose?
Never. I mean, he has the best life that I could ever imagine. He
don't
wakes
even
up
need
every
that.
morning
He don't even
next to
need the
Beyonce
salary.
and those beautiful.
That was just on
talented
GP.
kids.
Yeah, that's on GP.
You try to sue me, that's on GP. I'm going to get that back. The money you try to sue me for, I'm going to get plus more.
That's
You
one of
can't win a case against Jay-Z because you walk in the court and the judge is like, "Oh, Jay-Z, you lost."
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour, we need Dominique Jones to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with her. If you don't know who she is the reportedly married girlfriend of former NFL player Travis Rudolph, who beat his case yesterday.
All right. We'll get into that next.
When you said Dominique, we thought you were talking about Lil Baby. That's Dominique.
Man, shut up.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
If you had the power to go back in time and change something, would you? In the new movie The Flash, worlds collide in an epic adventure that brings us 2 Batmans, General Zod, and a badass Supergirl. Get tickets now for the new Flash, only in theaters June 16th, rated PG-13.
I was donkey up the day. Made it.
Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for donkey of the day. I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard. Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, just hilarious. Donkey of the Day for Thursday, June 8th goes to Dominique Jones. If you don't know who Dominique Jones is, she is the reportedly married girlfriend of former NFL player Travis Rudolph. Yes, I said reportedly married former girlfriend, and I'm putting girlfriend in parentheses because if you are married and you got a boyfriend on the side, you are an adulterer. The key word is infidelity, a cheater, and you may believe you someone girlfriend, but you just a sneaky link. Side dish, yams, mashed potatoes, corn. There's nothing entree about you, man. But Dominique Jones is the reason Travis Rudolph was charged with shooting at 2 men and killing 1 person near his home back in 2021. Would you like to know the details of the story? Let's go all the way back to WPTV NBC5 for the report, please.
First, though, at 5, former Florida State and Cardinal Newman High School football player Travis Rudolph is behind bars charged with murder.
WPTV News Channel 5's Tanya Rogers is live in our studio tonight with more on our top story. Tanya.
Well, Jay and Kelly, Rudolph is in jail without bond and is set to make his first appearance in front of a judge tomorrow. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says Rudolph is accused of shooting at 4 people after a fight broke out late last night in Lake Park. Now, 1 person died, another was injured, and 2 others were not injured. Now, Rudolph made headlines on and off the field. In 2016, the then FSU player was on a visit to a Tallahassee elementary school when he sat down and had lunch with a boy who was sitting alone. The moment went viral.
I am so sorry that someone lost their life because of the lies that Dominique Jones told, but the law is the law, and I am happy to report that Travis Rudolph was found not guilty on 1 count of first-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. He was acquitted by a jury of his peers after claiming the shooting was in self-defense. Let's go back to WPTV News Channel 5 for the report, please.
A lot of emotion spilling over today at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. The state saying they don't agree with the jury's verdict. The defense team and Rudolph's family saying they couldn't be happier.
Your life is in 12 jurors' hands. That's a scary feeling. So definitely was nervous, and we definitely pray a lot. We have unwavering faith. So
Travis Rudolph cleared on the first-degree murder and 3 first-degree attempted murder charges against him. The case stems back to a deadly shooting in April 2021 after an argument with Rudolph's alleged girlfriend. Rudolph says more than anything, he looks forward to his life getting back to normal.
And I finally got my freedom back. I can get back to my life, man.
Thank you, God. Thank you for just making this day happen.
Dropping the clues, mouth of Travis Rudolph. Now we got Deacon Karlous Miller in here, and we have Navv Greene from the 85 South Show. Los, you told us years ago black men don't cheat.
Absolute
to me,
facts.
this is just another reason that why black men shouldn't, even though we don't. Now I need to ask you both a question, because Travis took the stand and Dominique Jones' lies started because she was upset that Travis did the bare minimum for her on Valentine's Day. He said that was the start of things going downhill. So I need to ask both of y'all, if you are sleeping with a married woman, hypothetically, because black men don't cheat.
It's not at all. Don't even help other people cheat either. We won't be accomplice to cheating.
That's right. If you are sleeping around with a married woman, what should that married woman expect to get from you on Valentine's Day?
Whatever her husband bought her.
Dang.
She can expect me not to call and interrupt the time that they are spending loving on each other. She can expect privacy. She can expect respect. She can expect me to call her back after she called me twice.
What say you, Navv?
It depends on what he did for her.
Okay.
So if like he went big and got her a car, I would get like a steering wheel cover.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Like a little tag around the license plate, like to help out, or like an air fryer.
See,
that's always a good one. The double air fryer. Women love stuff like that. I'm thinking more like A Target gift card.
Okay, see,
I'm thinking in the gift card range. So that way you get your own gift. And then it ain't no paper trail.
I believe what Karlous and Navv was saying is that Dominique shouldn't have expected much, if anything at all.
A tight hug.
That's right. The basics is what she deserved.
A privacy screen protector.
That's right.
A GIF.
That's right. That's right.
A meme.
Now, you know.
85 South hat.
Instagram.
That's too much. Can't give him 85 South hat.
Yeah, that's a trail.
Now you know all of this started over an alleged physical altercation between Dominique and Travis. Dominique was mad that Travis had another woman. She's reportedly married, but upset that Travis has other sides. Now, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but I've lived a little bit. I'll be 45 in a few weeks. Whenever I've dined out somewhere, when you order your main course, they always ask you what 2 sides you want.
At least 2.
At least 2. I'm saying all that to say, if you a side piece, a married side piece at that, you should expect whoever you dealing with to also probably be dealing with somebody else. Okay, if he gonna take the risk of sleeping with a married woman, trust and believe you're not the only one. Now, the physical altercation I saw was a ring camera, and it was a woman hitting all over Travis Rudolph. That's all I saw from that altercation. Evidence shows that Dominique left and sent a text message to her brother telling him to shoot that up after said altercation. Would you like to hear Dominique on the stand trying to make sense of the negativity and lies she put in the air? Listen.
And I didn't send my brothers to kill him.
You just sent a text to go shoot up his right?
I didn't say shoot him.
You sent a text to go shoot up his right?
Correct.
Tell the jury what the is.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm sure everyone in this courtroom has said something when you're... I'm trying to speak. If you want me to answer your question, you have to let me answer your question.
Well, if you were responsive to my question, I would not...
All right, she's going to send another
Answer
text.
the question, please.
She going to send a text.
Can you repeat your question?
The question was...
Anything but him.
And you had a conversation with a man about marriage, and you're still married to Andre Chasang. Is that correct?
Correct.
He's still with her?
Lied to Travis. You misled him, did you not?
Travis never asked me if I was married.
So you have to be asked a question in order to get an answer, or to be told the truth? Is that what you're telling this jury?
I'm just telling the jury that the conversation about me being married never came up, so I never spoke on it because I felt like it was not my personal business to speak on.
You also, when you left the house, you called your brother Keyshawn. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, and you were still crying and upset when you called him, right?
Yes.
And then you also called Tyler Robinson when you left Travis's house, did you not?
Yes.
And you were crying and upset at that point as well?
Yes.
And you told both of them that Travis had picked you up and slammed you to the ground, right?
Yes.
And that he had disrespected you.
Where was her husband at?
And you also sent a text message to Keyshawn at roughly 9:45 that Travis dropped you to the ground. You remember that?
Lies.
And in response to that text message, Keyshawn sent a group text message to you and Tyler Robinson that Travis is a dead man walking. Is that correct?
Oof. Yes.
Oof.
And that's the message that you deleted from your phone, right?
No, I deleted the shoot his message.
Oh,
You
Lord.
also deleted the dead man walking message.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't remember if I did or
She
not.
didn't get no time.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
believe all women, huh? No, listen to all women and
Charlamagne,
believe
you
all
have to
proof.
stop that campaign. They are going to come in.
Well, whatever, because we need to listen to all women and believe all proof. This is why believe all women is one of the most dangerous statements ever created. If you just believe all women without due process, then women like Dominique Jones can get these kinds of lies off. Once again, you should listen to all women but believe all proof. And the proof shows Dominique Jones is a liar who caused Travis Rudolph to defend himself, which ultimately led to a young man's death. My question is, what charges does she get? How are we still in a society?
All on.
She should, right? How are we still in a society where false accusations like this can get made, lives can be lost, and nothing happens to the perpetrator of the false allegations? And Travis Rudolph is one of the lucky ones. He's one of the ones who has the proof to defend against a false allegation, so he will be able to repair his reputation. There's a lot of men out here who aren't that lucky.
Because he could have had a public defender.
Right.
Quick
That's
question.
right.
Y'all married. Would y'all have stuck with y'all?
No.
What?
No. Absolutely not.
DJ Envy, he thinking about it.
No. No. Not in that situation.
What's worse, though? Your wife cheating on you, or that she actually out here crying, having feelings for this
She
other
cried
dude?
3 different times.
Hold on. Let me land this one point before we get to that. Dominique, you make it bad for women who are out here really getting abused because you are a false witness, man. Okay? Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor or thy side piece. Dominique Jones, you are the biblical definition of a false witness. A false witness is one who stands up and swears before others that something untrue is true, especially with the intention of hurting someone. So I can only hope, Dominique, that Proverbs 19:9 holds true in regards to you, and that scripture is a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he or she or they that speaks lies shall perish. Please give Dominique Jones the biggest hee-haw.
I hate she got the same name as Lil Baby.
So now the cheating is not the issue, right? Because in every relationship, and I'm not gonna say in every relationship, but in a lot of relationships, people cheat and they get back together. But the problem is she lies, right?
That's right.
She calls her family members to come do something off of a lie,
That's
which
right.
actually gets one of her
killed.
people's killed because of that lie. That's the problem.
Right.
And
Hold
that's
on, tell BET peace, because I like this conversation.
BET peace. I see how tomorrow. BET
Yeah, y'all
peace,
go
peace,
ahead
peace.
and do what y'all got to do.
All right,
this is a good conversation.
And
We
see
should
that-
open up the phone.
And that's the problem, you know what I mean? Because she put people's lives into danger because they really probably thought that they were defending her.
Right.
It's like you know, somebody pushes one of your sisters or pushes a friend of your female
But you gotta
friend.
know your sister too now. You gotta know who your sister is, because her
Karlous,
brother
you
was
preaching.
on the
That's true.
stand
You
and he
preaching,
did
Deacon.
say, my sister's emotional. She is
Preaching,
known
Deacon.
to exaggerate.
What you did to
she
that man.
can be a liar in situations. And they brought that
But you would never think that your sister would lie and say somebody threw you on the floor
to go that far,
and then say, I want you to shoot ish up. Because when somebody push your sister, or hit your sister, hit your wife, or hit your mom, the first reaction is, oh, I'm gonna shoot ish up.
You know what her brother should have did? They should have called her husband. Bro, we need you to ride somewhere with us real quick.
Well, your old lady tripping again, bro.
Bruh, we got to go get your wife.
Hey,
but it's a silver lining. I don't want to skip past this. It was a few takeaways from what you were saying.
Talk to me.
First of all, there is no such thing as a deleted text message.
That's true.
That has to be. That has to be
even
highlighted.
if you unseen.
Yeah, even if it's gone out of your phone. Yeah. If the right situation happens, that text message still exists.
Absolutely.
Plus, that lady's out here. She's ruining for all the successful married cheaters out here. She's making the block.
Well, let's open up the phone lines.
Now that's a good question. That should be the question.
What's that?
Would you stick by your wife if in this situation?
Right. Okay. Well,
As that husband, how do you go to the family reunion?
585-1051. Do you stick with your wife in this situation? Was her husband at the court? Was he at the trial?
We don't know. We didn't get none of it.
He still
we didn't get him on the Breakfast Club.
800-585-1051. Would you stick with your wife in this situation? Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Pull out your phone. Call in right now.
You call me.
Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Break it down. 800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club.
And you got a family member or a friend killed on it. So that means that they understood and they knew what was going on. And not only that, it's like, you know, and this is the tough part. So your brother knew you was cheating,
because he knew where to go,
right? And your brother didn't say you bugging, go back home. They went to go solve that problem.
Call your husband.
Yeah. So they went to go solve that problem. So that's the deeper problem, that you was so in love or so into this guy that you gonna lie on this man, and now you got somebody killed.
Damn.
And my thing is now her husband. If I'm her husband, I got to look at it like, if me and you argue, are you gonna lie on me and put me in the same predicament?
You gonna call
put me in the
brother
same
on me?
situation?
That's how they say. You gonna call brother on me?
Karlous?
Hey man, I don't know. This situation is spiraling right now. You can't, because you gotta go. You married. You took them vows. Your lady's in a whole situation. You gotta go to at least one of them court dates.
But there's things
you gotta sit there and be like, yeah, I'm here to support my wife,
and I'm gonna stick beside her.
There's things we don't expect our woman to stay with us for. Like if you creep with another woman,
me. You don't never supposed to leave me. I don't care.
So
what
if you
happens.
get another woman pregnant, you get an STD.
I'm old school. I'm bringing the baby home like my granddad and them used to do. Here go our baby. Yeah, we gonna do that.
It depends on the STD too.
It depends on the STD. They know. You gotta leave.
I agree with Navv.
If it's an STD, you gotta leave.
You gotta go.
And this
especially if it's something you can't kill.
But this is another thing. I feel like, and this is another thing we just say, I feel like she should be charged.
I did say that.
She should be charged with a crime.
They should at least
She should
suspend
get
her
the
license.
same charges and punishment he was gonna get.
Something.
Because if she lied,
that life is lost because of her.
Correct.
She is I don't know if that's an accessory to murder or what.
It definitely is.
She caused that person to get killed.
Right. Her lies.
Under false pretenses.
She tried to set up a hit.
Hello, who's this? Yeah, she set up a hit. That's basically what she did.
This is Destiny.
Hey,
from
Destiny.
Dayton, Ohio.
Hey, Destiny, talk to us. What's your thoughts?
She cheating now.
She cheating.
Okay, so I have a couple questions for you all. Was she actively still married, or
Yes.
were they separated?
I mean, all they say is reportedly married. I don't know.
But I mean, there's many variables because we don't know if she was married and they were separated, married, not together. We don't know all those variables. But all we can do is assume because they were still married during the trial, so I'm assuming they were still together.
Okay, so as far as would I still hold my significant other husband down? He did something of that nature. Absolutely not. First of all, you made a fool out of me by cheating on me. Second of all, you made a fool out of me by cheating on me and then causing a ruckus about somebody else.
Somebody
not
died.
being the person that you wanted to be. Like, and then you're going to jail. And now I got to put money on your books. I don't know.
Yeah, how can you? If I'm her husband, how can I stay with her knowing that she was so mad, she was so into this dude that she called her brothers to go F him up?
Like, what kind of penis was he giving you? Whoa, because I haven't gave you that shit.
Whoa, for real, man.
Yeah. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Eddie Blake from Dayton.
Eddie Blake, what's going on,
What's
brother?
up, Eddie Blake?
Eddie B.
Man, what's up, y'all? What's up, man? Hey, there's no way in hell am I staying with that woman. I'm going to divert all my energy to directing, making sure she gets just as much time as she tried to get me.
He gonna take the stand against her.
I'm in a situation with my baby mama. She tried to say I tried to hit her with a car. I was facing felonious assault charges. To use that, take me to get a restraining order. I couldn't see my kids for months. You know, luckily, the church across the street had video evidence of her chasing my car, out of the parking lot. At no point in time was I trying to hit her.
Look at God.
She's facing jail time. God will do it.
Won't he do it?
Yeah. So, she got struck for that. So I'm saying, man, these women, like you said, man, listen to all women.
Believe all proof.
Hold on, Eddie, before you leave, before you go, you said you was facing assault, right? And the church had the footage. Okay, so if the police came and asked you, do you want to press charges on her? Are you doing it?
Oh, it's too late for that. She had to plead guilty to filing false claims. She got sentenced to 180 days suspended.
Look at God.
Anger management, and she got to do community service. So,
Eddie B, put on child support too.
Yeah, I'm on child support.
No, put her on it
right now.
Yeah, put her on it.
But another thing is when you listen to the young lady speak, I didn't hear no remorse.
None.
She none.
I didn't hear no. I'm sorry. It was me doing this. I didn't hear no remorse.
She don't even care about the life being lost.
No. Bro, she a woman and she wasn't even crying.
Yeah.
800-585-1051. Charlamagne gave Donkey today to who?
Dominique Jones, man. She's the woman who lied on Travis Rudolph and caused Travis Rudolph to have to take a life in self-defense.
Now, Navv came up with the question. What's the question?
Would you stick beside your wife
in that situation?
All right. Would you be supportive?
What you say,
Greene,
Charlamagne?
Karlous Miller here.
I'm out.
Call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Go on.
You out?
Go on.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Nvv, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave Donkey today to who?
And Dominique Jones. Dominique Jones is the reportedly married girlfriend of former NFL player Travis Rudolph. I'm saying married girlfriend because her and Travis had a relationship, but she was a married woman, and she got mad at Travis because they had some type of altercation. She sent some people over to his house. Travis ended up killing one of them in self-defense, and he beat the charges yesterday.
And she lied because at first she said that he threw it to the floor. That wasn't true, right? None of that was factual. So she lied to get him hurt.
She lied all the way through.
And said, and not even just get him hurt, say shoot that ish up.
Tell him shoot the house up.
Right? Yep. And so that man, he defended himself and actually killed one of the people that she sent.
Sadly.
And, he was found not guilty yesterday.
That's right.
Now, Navv, Greene, and Karlous Miller are our co-hosts today. And Navv Greene, you said you would stay with your wife.
I did not say that.
You did say that.
just said
You've been saying that the whole time.
Yes,
Navv.
you did.
Navv, you've been saying that the whole time.
That was off-air talk.
Why would you leave her though? Why would you leave?
Cause I know how my mama is. My mama, that's him being a fool. Like, I know she gonna be telling my aunties and stuff like that. So I have to, no matter how much love I got for her, I have to love her from a distance.
What about you, Lo?
I'm out.
You gotta be out, man.
I gotta be out
because it's not about the cheating part. It's about you sending people. You sent a hit. That's a hit. You sent a hit.
It's not just one. You sent 4 people. Y'all come shoot this ish up.
Yeah. And I don't know who else she knows.
Yeah.
The next people she's saying, the story might be flipped.
And you know why I be fearful? Because now, if that's my wife, let's say I get into an argument with her, I'm always gonna think, damn, is she gonna send them same brothers to come get me next?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
she
don't
gonna
know
lie
who
on
else
me.
she know.
Correct.
Sometimes she get the R, you be like, you got it.
That's all you gotta say.
Yeah, I know how far you will go.
And we act like vows aren't specific. Vows say richer for poorer, sickness and in health, better or for worse, till death do us part. They don't say nothing
Yeah,
about
till death do you part. Not until you get somebody killed.
No, man. You gotta be something in there for murder.
And I'm surprised she hasn't been charged. That's surprising to me.
This gonna be a Tubi movie soon.
Yeah, this is a little better than TV, man.
TV1?
TV1.
Yeah, hello? Sound like they're in a hurricane.
Hey, your phone is horrible.
Oh, yes. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
You know, washer and dryer.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on this spaceship.
Hello?
Okay, I'm here now.
How you sound better?
Hello.
What would you do in that situation, mama?
In that situation, I wouldn't forgive her. She done a lot, and how she handled the situation instead of being a wife and sitting down with her husband and having a conversation like a wife and a husband should do, she escalated to a point where it shouldn't have been escalated to.
You think?
I just feel as though she should have just talked to him and no would have been dead.
I love how women can just talk about this situation all calm. Imagine if the roles were reversed.
Yeah, we need some king calling in telling what they gonna do.
Yes.
Or what they would do.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, my name is Nay.
Hey, Nay.
Hey, Nay.
Hi.
What's your thoughts, Nay?
So my thoughts is this. People need to really think about history in this situation. Like Emmett Till, that woman lied on him.
That's right.
Right. Like, you're not even holding accountable for the movement, like the women that come forward for a sexual assault and everything. And you got to actually allow another man to make another man lose his life.
Right. But you know what you also got to think about is why would you want to put your brother or your family members in that situation, right? Because you know you sending your brothers to shoot it up, right? And if they do shoot it up and they get caught, they're going to jail for the rest of their life.
That's right.
Or if I defend myself, they dying for the rest of their life. So why would you set your brother up and defend people that you love for that situation?
That's right. And let's stay on with that point that woman made just now on that phone. That's why I keep saying, listen to all women, but believe all proof. That believe all women statement is one of the most dangerous statements ever in the history of life and has been getting men, especially black men, falsely accused and killed since the beginning of time.
Hello, who's this?
Thanks.
It's Jay.
Jay, what's up, brother?
Oh, yeah, Jay leaving.
Good tell. He couldn't wait.
Jay, what's your thought, Jay?
Hey, man. It's about how loyal you are, man. Staying down 10 toes or you bouncing?
Which we asking you. How you gonna ask us? We asking you.
He doing his own podcast.
Hey, I'm staying 10 toes down, man.
No, you
hey,
not.
if that's your spouse.
You a damn lie.
Now let's listen to Jay. Go ahead. You spend. All right. So if your wife sends somebody to kill another man because of an argument and she lied, you wouldn't be nervous that if y'all get in an argument, she gonna send somebody to kill your ass?
Hey, we all gonna be nervous, but at the end of the day, you gonna ride for yours.
I just feel like a lot of women don't like Jay. I feel like he don't got options. I feel like he's.
I don't even think Jay know who he called.
Yeah, I don't think Jay know the story.
Desperation. I'm staying 10 toes down.
What?
Ain't shoot me.
Well, what's the moral of the story?
I don't know what the moral of the story
Karlous,
is.
you got a moral?
The moral of the story is, if you somebody's wife and you cheating and things get too intense, you can always just go home.
Just go back home.
Just go home.
Just go home.
You got a
Hit
family.
him another day.
Act like nothing happened, right?
Act like nothing happened. Sometimes you have to learn how to de-escalate. Everybody ain't tough.
That's right.
Sometimes you need to be big enough to apologize and acknowledge when you're wrong.
Man, Deacon, you ain't lying. Go take your ass home and project whatever pain and hurt you got on your husband. Your husband gonna be trying to figure out what he did.
Right.
He gonna be doing all kind of nice things for you.
He like, wait, I cook for you. What you mean? It ain't about you.
That's right.
You always doing the right stuff. I don't like that.
You always doing the right stuff.
All right. Well, let's get right to the rumors.
Rumor has it, rumor has it.
Call out a name or you gossiping or you chatty patty.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. On the Breakfast Club.
Let's start with Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul was recently waived by the Phoenix Suns.
Damn.
He was doing an interview with the Pivot Podcast, and he was talking about his 10-year-old daughter being teased.
It's tough on me, but I think it's probably even harder for the people around me.
right? Especially my wife. My wife is the one who has to bear those late nights, those I can't sleep, and my kids. Like, my daughter is the sweetest soul you'll ever meet in your life, but she's at that age now where at school, kids talk crazy to her, right? So she had a little boy, whatever, at school that said some reckless stuff to her. It was like, your daddy ain't never gonna win no championship, right? And my baby is she's special. She'll hold it together there, but when she got in the car, she called, and she was upset. And I had to have that conversation with her and talk to her, and tell her, like, baby, some people talk and some people do. But that's part of it. It's tough, man, but can't nobody ever be harder on me than I am on myself.
And I love, first of all, salute to Chris Paul and salute to everybody at the Pivot, Ryan Clark and Fred and Channing. But is that being teased, or is that just the facts of the matter right now?
Well, he said his daughter was not being bullied. It was just teased. He said, "Listen, kids will always be kids, and my daughter was not being bullied. It's definitely not that serious, and trust me, she is perfectly fine." Laugh out loud.
Hey, daddy not gonna ever win a championship either.
No.
But I'm mad Chris Paul didn't teach his little girl how to roast back.
Yeah.
But we don't know if Chris Paul's still playing. He still has the potential to win a championship.
He got a chance. Your daddy don't.
Yeah, that's true.
That is very true.
That is true.
As a good father, he should show up at that school and play basketball with everybody except for that little boy.
That's the pettiness I would do. That's the pettiness I would do.
I would bring shoes and sneakers and bags.
But like you said, something that you said that I think that every parent should do. I did this with my kids. You got to teach your kids how to roast. But not on the real though. You should teach your parents. No, you should teach your kids. You should teach your kids how to roast, just in case in situations like that.
I think roasting is something that's in you.
It builds character,
not on you.
But that was something light. Your dad never gonna win a championship. Like
that's just sports talk.
That's
Like that to me,
sports
that ain't teasing.
Who cares?
That is teasing when you're a 10-year-old kid, and that sounds like something.
NBA?
And that sounds like something Charlamagne would have did when he was a kid.
No, it's not, because that's a whack insult, because he could still win a championship. You wait till he retired to say your daddy ain't never won no damn championship.
Oh, you would have waited.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's too early to use that one now.
Now let's talk about Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda said he's done with rap.
No, listen, I don't want to talk about no rappers no more. You know what? They're all disappointing. I don't want to be a rapper. I don't want to be a rapper no more. Let me look into the camera. We don't want no awards. We don't want to be associated with you guys. Rappers doing all they all do the same shit. They be capping, they be lying. That's the new rule. Before we talk to rappers, we want to see these childhood. You're rapping first thing because you got these kids. You got these kids following you guys, And when these kids are following you guys and you're rapping about these lifestyles, it's in danger. It's very detrimental. You know what I'm saying? It's very dangerous to the communities that these little kids think that is going on, that you did not even live. I think rap's supposed to be telling to go from negative to positive, coming from poverty to going to riches or stuff like that. That's why I don't listen to rap. Only time I listen to rap is when I'm in the club.
I don't think the same dude who said he been selling crack since like the 5th grade.
Yeah, I don't think he should insult rap, because we wouldn't know Bobby Shmurda if it wasn't for rap. You know what I'm saying? Rap is the reason we know Bobby Shmurda. And I love Bobby Shmurda's energy and his personality, but I feel like the public isn't really receptive to his new music.
Yeah,
like they haven't. Music. Yeah,
I think rap kind of stopped messing with him first.
Yeah,
I think so.
And he just reciprocated.
Yeah. They haven't really been rocking with his new music since he been.
But he sound happy though,
He's very happy. Yes, very. I love that about him.
I don't know. I think hip hop gonna always love Bobby Shmurda because he got a amazing story. He went to court and he held it down.
Story.
And he
Caught up
did something that you don't see a lot.
Oh, especially nowadays. Think about how rare it is. Now think about how many people we've seen rappers turn informant now. So he held it down.
He held it down, and he came from the mud. He tried to bring his crew up, and he did his time, and then he had an opportunity to get less time, and he didn't snitch on his man. Yeah. He stood tall, and he had more time because of that.
But you do realize the culture don't reward you for that, right? And what I mean by it is he's been home, he's been putting out music, but and people ain't really been rocking with him. So what's the reward for being a stand-up guy?
But I kind of understand what he's saying, like people crashing out, like these kids listening to the music, and they thinking that's cool. So I understand that part of it.
Or not even that. What he was saying is a lot of these rappers are not haven't grown like that. They don't do those type of things, and these kids are actually following them, and a lot of these rappers ain't about that business.
But they don't need to be at this point. Look how many great rappers we have lost to being about that life. We lost Bobby Shmurda to about that life.
But I think he's saying
don't need to be. But I think he's saying rap is supposed to be for entertainment purposes only.
But don't be about that life. I think he's saying don't rap about that life because it's not you, and you're gonna make a kid go down take a wrong turn trying to be like you.
What if you're better at rapping about that life? There are certain things that we want to hear from certain people. Like Pusha T will always be able to rap about the things that he rap about.
There's
certain things that I want to hear Yo Gotti say. Certain things I want to hear Gucci say. Certain topics that Jeezy specializes in.
Well, if we stopped making rappers feel like they have to be real and said, hey, man, just it's all entertainment, it'd be different.
I just said
But the
that.
problem, yes. We said the same thing, I think.
But you got street purists, people who are in the street, a small 1%, who feel like they represent the black male consciousness, who think that everything that a rapper says on a record has to be
Nah, I used to
real.
feel like that
it
when I was
doesn't.
younger.
That takes away from the
Right.
creativity.
'Cause sometimes
you gotta
they
sit
too
there and
street.
you got to rap facts all day long.
But then you got chance to rappers. You got rappers like Kanye
Nobody
West.
wants
You got
to
rappers
hear
like
that. Nobody wants to hear
Don't say
about how
nobody
much you
knows.
like cigarettes.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be
and
honest with you.
performing at Coachella.
Hey.
There's a market for that.
It is.
I'm
But
gonna be
we're not trying to hear certain things from. We have topics that we do want to hear from Chance the Rapper. You know, the Coachella crowd. The chocolate with the mushrooms.
Los, I
in
feel
it.
like Bobby Smurda. I don't want to talk about rap no more. I want to talk about the Ghetto Legends.
Charlamagne, you are
June
45.
20th on
45.
Netflix. That's right. I am grown.
We got our own.
Well, we gonna talk
That's
about
right.
we're gonna talk about that when we come back.
June 20th on Netflix. 85 South Show got a stand-up special.
Get it together.
Called Ghetto Legends.
And we're gonna talk about it when we come back.
Based in the ghetto.
All
on
right.
a true story.
Now today's Kanye West's birthday. Can I do a Kanye mix? Cool.
Facts.
That's up to you.
All right.
Do it.
Start with something off late registration.
Nah, play some of the stuff don't nobody like. Play me something off Jesus.
Oh boy, here's the Breakfast Club.
Blood
Good
on the
morning.
leaves.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
With audio titles on business, career advice, fitness, and more, Audible keeps you inspired. Whatever you're looking for, check out all the audiobooks, podcasts, and originals you could ever want, all in one place. Sign up for 30 days free at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Karlous Miller, Navv, Greene are here, our co-hosts.
Man,
now tell us about that special.
Man, they got a big special. There's a big special June 20th on Netflix, Ghetto Legends, 85 South Show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all you got? You
What
ain't
can
gonna
we
tell us
expect?
more? He said, yes,
What
sir.
else you want to know?
Everything.
Everything.
It's based on a true story. Shot live in the ghetto. It was dope. Netflix came to us with the opportunity, and they saw what we've been doing and just building our own market and our own brand with the 85 South Show live. And we put it together, and we made it dope. And we had the richest opener in the game. My boy Navv Greene, he came out there, and he gave him a dope show. We got a special performance by Goody Mob. We got a special performance by Rich Homie Quan.
Oh, man.
Shot live, and we
Where y'all shot it at?
Atlanta.
in Atlanta at College Park.
How many people?
Gateway. It was at Gateway Arena.
Yeah,
right?
me, DC, Chico,
No, how many people was there?
all of them. Every seat was.
Everybody in the city.
I thought he was asking. Yeah,
He was asking-
it
he
was
did- he was
so
asking-
big.
you
No,
know.
how many people in attendance?
Man, how many people in that building?
You want exact number? 5,000.
But it was 2 shows, so 5 times 2, 10K.
10,000.
Oh, all right.
And then that's the thing about it, like these networks and avenues like Netflix and the HBOs, they don't know that we going out and we doing 10, 12, 15,000
That's right.
tickets in a weekend at one show. So it was just dope for them to tune in and be like, y'all doing it like that. So it was cool. And now we get the world gets to see it.
Y'all
They don't
international
get all
fan base about to be crazy.
I cannot wait.
I mean, it's already crazy because people follow y'all on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's about to be super stupid. That's what those specials on Netflix do for people. Like they make you an international name.
Yeah.
Man, I know one thing. That catering was horrible.
Nobody cares.
That's what came about the
Navv is
catering.
always focused
I-
on
I
the
don't
right
listen
thing.
to
No,
experience, that's what
Navv,
came
you're
about the
right.
food.
No, Navv is right. Navv always focused on the right thing. What they had, Navv?
Man, they
was vegan, right? You vegan, right?
They were vegan for real, though.
Navv is a vegan, but he got vegan food don't nobody have. Like he got a recipe that he got some vegan neck bones. I seen him fry some vegan pork chop.
Damn.
Yeah, his little girl was on Instagram the other day flexing with some vegan lamb chops. So
Shout
I'm
out
like,
to
I don't know
Navv.
who his plug is. I don't know what the protein base is, but this dude go crazy with the vegan.
I'm the
food.
only vegan who gaining weight. I'm gaining. I'm going the opposite way.
Damn, Navv.
I done picked up 30 pounds since I've been vegan.
Usually it's the other way.
Yeah.
Cause you eating all that processed vegan food. You got to start eating the organic stuff, man. You
like
eating-
raw food.
Yes,
That's
you
the
eating too
woke
much-
answer. Processed
you eating too much
vegan.
processed vegan food, man. They ain't really vegan.
You got to take the stickers off them vegetables before you eat them.
It's the stickers.
How many times a week do you go to Slutty Vegan?
Huh?
How many times a week you go to Slutty Vegan?
He worked there in the food truck part.
Yeah, I damn near taste test the food before it hit the market.
See, that's probably what it is.
That one night stand,
Oh man,
I ate 3 of them at one sitting.
See, that's why it's important to have somebody like this on your team.
That's right.
Bro. Like, you know what I mean? He been with the 85 South show since we first started, and it's just like I didn't even know he was out there doing it until one day I came to the show early, and I'm like, man, what the hell Navv doing?
You ain't know Navv did stand up?
Bro, he was out there doing his own show. He got his own merch table that's down the hall. Like he telling people that, you know, like I don't know what he got the streets believing, but I'm not the type of friend that's gonna mess the play up. I seen him getting money. I seen him performing at our show that ain't have nothing to do with us. So we was like, it only makes sense to put him on.
Lord have mercy.
All right, when we come back, we got the positive notice. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Karlous, Miller, Navv, Greene is still here, our co-host. We appreciate you guys for joining us. Y'all come back tomorrow,
what
right?
day we get paid on? What day we get paid on? When is payday up here?
Every day payday for the 85 South show. Y'all got
I'm
merch.
just saying, look, we work at the Breakfast Club this week. Like we was here at like 5.
You paid for y'all breakfast?
We didn't even get no breakfast.
I woke up this early for breakfast.
Nah, that ain't what we came up here for. Some breakfast.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would never insult y'all by offering y'all anything, man. Y'all making too much money.
I love that.
That's a good line.
You would never insult y'all with that, man. Y'all make too much money, man.
At least make the offer though. Let's just see what we would be turning down. Y'all got a little extra money in the budget, ain't but 2 of y'all up here now.
For now, who y'all think we should have? Who should be the third person? You
Just hilarious.
Just hilarious.
She's the best one.
I like the way y'all had Erica
She
Jess
can read.
I like Just hilarious.
She's entertaining to look at.
Jess can't read that good, but I get.
But
Just stop it. She can read, man.
After y'all,
And Jess gonna ask them questions y'all scared to ask.
And she gonna speak her mind. And she don't be cussing that much.
Yeah,
not that much.
She cuss a lot. She cuss a lot.
Her news is real.
Allegedly.
Okay.
She's controversial, but I think she fits. Like it's not too much where like nobody would have to say, "Hey, Jess."
Oh, tell them about the app.
I love Jess.
Yeah, we love Jess.
Navv said enough on Jess. Let's get to
No.
that.
I was just See, there you go, bro. That's what they be talking about. I finally seen it. You just did. No,
Navv said, Jess said enough with Jess. Tell me
enough on Jess, man.
I just wanted to tell y'all about the Channel 85 app.
Yes, sir.
We was talking about the Netflix special, but it's an app.
We was talking about Jess, and you went to that.
No, you did, but it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry. Not Jess finna hate me for a day or two.
I'm sure.
No, we love Jess. She come on our show when she's in the city.
But no,
we do have our own app.
Go ahead.
No, we
about
have
my
our
show.
own app.
Tell them
It's
about my show
called
on
Channel 85, and you can subscribe. You can go to the App Store and make that a thing. Navv has a new show out.
I seen it
called Broken Play, which is the #1 sports show behind
Cam and Mace.
No, it's #1 behind Skip. And Club Shay Shay.
Okay,
so he really #3, but it's #1 if you don't, cause like Skip and Shannon together.
Yeah.
So it's them, then Navv, Stephen A. Smith,
and Charlamagne. Stephen, they've been stealing my stuff.
Yeah,
I seen him.
Yeah,
I seen you going on him. Yeah,
I've been trying to explain that's the business, cause it's not stealing.
Yeah. Los had to try to.
He referenced your work. He didn't steal it.
But he didn't cite the author.
He didn't know how to say your name. It's hard to pronounce. We call you Navv because we don't know how to say it. The Navv is short for something. We don't know if it's Navarus or Navaris.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
He won't tell us.
Yeah. For legal purposes.
All right, well leave us on a positive note, Navv with 2 V's.
Anything you believe you can achieve.
That ain't true.
That is true, Charlamagne.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Hey, you saw how serious I looked at him? Like, hold up, bro.
But that ain't true, though.
Yeah.
Because R. Kelly believed he could fly.
Oh, my goodness. I'm not stopping.
Hey, you went too far, man.
Can fly.
Once I heard Don Magic One say, hey, if the mind can conceive it, then your body can achieve it. It ranges.
Damn.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?